Hi, my name is Jennifer Lovely, and I'm a lecturer for the first-year engineering program here at the University of Kentucky. As our enrollment numbers increase, teaching large lectures will continue to be more and more common. As a new faculty member, taking advantage of resources such as the Center for Enhanced Learning and Teaching, or CELT, and seeking the advice of more experienced faculty members has provided me with some valuable tools for teaching large classes. I will briefly discuss some of those tools related to technology and grading. Technology is everywhere, and it seems to be changing every day. It can greatly enhance learning in a classroom setting, but it can also be a distraction. In a world where people can hardly go more than a few minutes without looking at their phones, it's important to develop a clear philosophy of how you want to incorporate technology in your class. Students are required to bring a laptop to first-year engineering courses. We frequently have our students complete in-class activities and quizzes on Canvas. Students can also use the internet to do research for group discussions. It is really valuable to let students have time to explore different topics within a defined context. But when we have a guest speaker, a video, or before I lecture, I ask my students to close their laptops in order to minimize any distractions. The best use of technology that I have found for dealing with a large number of students has been through a website called Piazza. Piazza is free and easy to use. The instructor can set up his or her course on the Piazza website and send an invitation to students' email addresses for them to join. When setting up the course site, you can include your syllabus, a description, any general information, and announcements. Different folders can be created to represent any homework or projects that your students will be assigned, and as students work on the assignments, they can post any questions they have to that folder. The question can be posted anonymously, which is nice for students who are not so eager to ask questions in front of a large group, even if it is online. Once a question or comment is posted, the instructor is notified via email and can reply. Other students can also reply to comments and questions, and if a student answers a question and the instructor agrees with that answer, the instructor can endorse it. Oftentimes, more than one student will have the same question about an assignment, so an instructor can refer them to the thread on Piazza for answers, which can reduce the time spent responding to emails. Another neat aspect of Piazza is that it has a polling feature that can be used in class, and it monitors and publishes responses in real time. Polling has been used for some time to increase class participation, and by using this feature on Piazza, a clicker is not needed, and responses can be given on any mobile device with internet access. Managing large lectures efficiently is just as important as teaching them effectively, and part of managing large lectures is grading assignments. You may or may not have the help of TAs to do grading, and if you do not have TAs, grading becomes even more of a daunting task. Luckily, there are some ways to make the load a little lighter. Many large lectures are taught to freshman and sophomore level students, so using a variety of assessment methods is best, but that means assignments needing graded may increase. Quizzes can be created easily in Canvas by importing test banks into a software program provided free to UK faculty called Respondus. True, false, and multiple choice questions can be imported from a Word document with the correct answer denoted with an asterisk. The quizzes can then be automatically graded on Canvas. If there are multiple people grading classwork, providing a rubric for each assignment in Canvas is very helpful so that grading can be as consistent as possible. For any type of written assignment, providing a structured paper outline that can make the grading process much easier and quicker is valuable so that you don't have to read word for word what a student has written, but you can make sure all of the required components are present. Peer reviews are another way to facilitate grading. Students can grade each other's work based on a rubric by setting up that option in the assignment settings. Peer reviews can be assigned manually or automatically after the due date, and the number of peer reviews the students have to complete can be specified. I would recommend having at least 2 students review the work to see if there are any discrepancies in their scoring, so the instructor can take a look if needed before assigning the final grade. Peer reviews can be accessed in the dashboard section of Canvas under the to-do list. Students gain access to their assigned peers' work, and they are prompted to complete the rubric and leave a comment. Students enjoy seeing each other's work, and I think they may put a little more attention in their work if they know a peer will be evaluating it. So those are some very brief thoughts on technology and grading for large classes. In closing, I would like to say that I have been lucky to work with some experienced and very talented teachers, and I'd like to quickly share some of the advice they have given me. Number 1, be yourself. Students can tell pretty quickly if you're pretending to be something you're not. Number 2, be transparent. Explain to your students why you're doing the things you're doing in class. By getting their buy-in and their support, your class will go much more smoothly. And finally, as teachers, we must always be willing to learn. Teaching is a skill that is improved with experience and time. Remember that we all have days that just don't seem to go the way we planned. Don't dwell on the mistakes or the should-haves. I hope this information is helpful to you. Remember that CELT is always available to consult with you on any teaching or learning methods that you may wish to employ in your large classes.